Hardy har, it's me again, the Bargain Pirate, and welcome to new exciting adventures in game chasing. Yarr! So we're off for another adventure, and this time going to another Goodwill. I am joined by a very cute little pirate girl who's going to help me find some games. And if anything else, at least I can say I found booty on this adventure, even though it's just hers. Anyways, I'm looking at games at the Goodwill and I don't find any amongst the DVD films there. A couple of things that are cool to watch, but nothing to play. Wait, what's this? Over in the small games section, now, they have a couple Super Nintendo sports titles, as well as a few hockey games and such on Xbox 360, yawn. And in the back of the store, where they have other DVDs, and usually a game or two sneaks in here, well, again, they seem to have like a Madden game, and that's about it. A little bit glum. But they do have this really nice old CRT TV, and it has VHF and UHF. I should watch the film again with Weird Al. I like that movie. Anyways, we're making our way to another pawn shop this time. Yeah, here we go, and marveling at the fact that the Canadian streets are now less littered with snow. And here we find a lot of games, but it's a lot of simple common games, and I'm looking, I don't see anything I like, and oh, what's this? I see a few little things here and there. The prices are not exactly the ones that I want, but there's Okami here for $30. I'm not going to pick it up this time, but I might come back to it, and some other games here, but nothing major. And we're in this nice little date walk over at the Banco to pick up some $2 games just to round out the collection for today. And now for the tally. First up, in one of my favorite pawn shops, I found a copy of Metal Gear Solid VR Missions. Now, the other day I found a document of Metal Gear Solid 2 and I said it's like VR missions. Well, this is VR missions. This is basically the tutorial mode for Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation 1. And it's funny because they released that a bit after the actual game. So you got basically 300 missions to prepare you for the game that was released after the game. Okay. One of my favorite PS1 RPGs, Wild Arms. Very good stuff. Wild. A total cutie with a hot patootie gave me this copy of SSX on Tour for the Nintendo GameCube. It's a snowboarding game from the SSX series, but it features the Mario characters as special guest characters. In a bookstore I found for $2 Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy for Nintendo GameCube. It's Luke, Han, and Leia, in Lego form. What can't you love about this? Well, yeah, you gotta love this one. And now for $5 each, I found Spyro, A Hero's Tale. This is the second in the Spyro the Dragon PlayStation 2 trilogy. I had the third one recently, and then the first one not too long ago too. So now I have all three Spyro PS2 games. And I picked these up just in time before the rumored release of Spyro the Dragon HD trilogy. Well, I can't wait to see if it comes out. We had Crash Bandicoot last year, and it was a hoot. So let's cross our fingers that Spyro's gonna come back out of Skylander's shadow. And also, Disgaea, Hour of Darkness. This is part of the Disgaea series that I've started collecting. I have the 5th one for PS4 and that's it so far, but I'll keep a lookout for these ones. And again, for $5, that's a pretty good price. In the $2 bin, I found Fusion Frenzy, one of the launch titles for the original Xbox, as well as Halo 4. Now, I already had Halo 4, but I had the special edition, and this is the plain edition, so I guess I'm completing my Halo collection, one game at a time. Again, for $2 more, the whole Halo games cost me still around $30. That's pretty wild. And finally, the pièce de résistance for this episode, a complete in-box copy of SimCity for the Super Nintendo. SimCity was one of the launch titles for the Super Nintendo, and this copy is really awesome in that it's complete in-box, and it comes with the game in the box, as well as a little instruction manual on how to put the cartridge in the Super Nintendo, and the instruction booklet. So, complete in-box SimCity. I love me some SimCity, and I love me some complete in-box Super Nintendo games. And this week I'm playing Far Cry 5 from Ubisoft. So instead of a deserted island or some such, you are in the heart of Missouri, fighting against religious fundamentalists. This really should have been called Redneck Rampage 2, but whatever. It's still a good game, go try it. Well, that was it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself, because I love doing this show for you guys. I love showing you what I got, and I love going on adventures. So, next week, for something special, for our 10th episode, can you guess what it is? I guess you'll find out next week. In Adventures in Game Chasing!